Convicted fraudster Conrad Black has returned to his native country of Canada after spending 42 months in a U.S. jail. Black was previously the owner of prominent media outlets, including the Jerusalem Post, Britain's Daily Telegraph, and Canada's National Post. Press TV's Joshua Blakely reports from Calgary.
Media mogul Conrad Black embraces his pro-Israel wife, Barbara Amiel, outside their family home in Toronto, Canada. Black has just spent 42 months in a US jail, having been convicted in 2007 of fraud and obstruction of justice. Even though Black is a convicted felon and renounced his Canadian citizenship in 2001 in order to accept a peerage from the British government, Canada's ruling Conservative Party quickly provided him with a one-year residency permit, much to the displeasure of many ordinary Canadians. Conrad Black's agenda of shifting Canadian politics towards the extreme right changed Canada from being a relatively anti-war and progressive nation into one aligned with the US Republican Party and Israel's Likud Party. Newspapers founded by Conrad Black were instrumental in making Canadians view Middle East affairs through Israel's Islamophobic spectacles, which led many Canadians to support the imperialist, genocidal wars of aggression in the Middle East post 9/11.
Well, Conrad Black appeared on the stage in the late 90s and with the National Post, and all of a sudden the discourse was changing around his radical conservative ideologies.
Black founded a slew of explicitly hawkish, right-wing newspapers in Canada and abroad, which legitimated militaristic foreign policies, blind support for Israel, and a draconian war on the welfare state. In Canada, Black eventually sold most of his newspapers to an individual named Israel Asper, who went on to control as much as 60% of Canada's media.
The mainstream right-wing media does set the agenda. We live in a society where economic power buys political power.
Conrad Black, I would say, is one of a generation of media moguls. One could think of others like Robert Maxwell or Rupert Murdoch or Izzy Asper, who, in my opinion, have corrupted and degraded public discourse. What Conrad Black and these other moguls have done is to turn news gathering into a business whose primary functions are, I would say, public deception and the dissemination of authoritarian and anti-democratic opinions.
The recent emergence of extensive evidence demonstrating that Canada's ruling Conservative Party committed election fraud in order to seize power in the 2011 federal election suggests that in the end, fraud, deception and malfeasance are the only means of truly bringing Black's right-wing agenda into fruition in a country like Canada that has deeply embedded progressive values. Joshua Blakely, Press TV, Calgary.